It's August 11th, and I'm here living in the light. It's Mary Amy, and I'm all about shifting away darkness and guiding you to your truest potential desires. So how's everyone? Are we having gratitude and thankfulness for today? Are we grateful that we're here in this moment and we're breathing and we're alive? Are we happy? How are we doing? Did we write down our dreams this morning? And what was the first thought that we had when we woke up? If we could imagine our thoughts in front of us, in a sentence in front of us written out, what would they be? And are they helping to extend us to prosperity and abundance and serenity? Are we manifesting exactly what we want in our lives? Today we're going to cover topics like denial manifests nightmares, trust in God, the matrix illusion. Of course, I'll share a quick visualization and the healing properties of this rose quartz gemstone. So if anyone joins us today, I'd love for you to write in the chat, tell me where you're coming from. I'm in New York, and anything that you'd like to touch on or mention, and like and subscribe to my videos. Well, I definitely was going through, as I've been sharing with you, Ascension Symptoms, because I have awakened, and I don't know how you're doing if you've awakened, but the fact that you're here with me today, or you're watching this, is an indication that you're on your way to unconditional love. The longer we stay in love in our hearts and our heart chakra, then the faster that we get through and we raise our frequency to a higher vibration. So what does that mean? Our transition. So what you initially believe, your perspective and your you will realize, expand your awareness, and you find stillness within you. You begin to have synchronicity, which is strange occurrences line up, and they come and they all happen, and they will have you begin to focus on something else. So synchronicity will mean that you are actually validating that you're on the right path. And so I would say, when I say denial manifests nightmares, what does that mean exactly? Well, first, let's talk about how important our dreams are. And our dreams are an expression of our subconscious thoughts, and they're seen visible in our mind through images and messages, and maybe there's details in there like numbers or locations, or maybe you'll hear something that's supposed to kind of startle you. You might begin to have premonition dreams. Our dreams are very valuable. It's our spirit and our mind and our heart giving us information. Our spirit knows our journey. And as we awaken, we become awakened, we will trust more of what is going on within us. So that's why I always say tune into your heart, because it's very important how we're feeling emotionally. Our emotions determine what we're going to do. It decides our decisions. And what I mean by that is, if you notice, you make decisions based on how something makes you feel. If it makes you feel bad, you don't go to it. And you might begin to actually have a fear about it. If something makes you feel good, you keep wanting it, and it drives you to it. And our dreams will share with you exactly what's going on within you. And you have this information, it's about accessing it. And sometimes all of the situations and circumstances that we encounter from the time we're born, maybe we have some trauma, maybe we just are in a constant movement. We never find peace and stillness. And that's why I encourage you to develop peace and stillness with being. you have quiet, and that's coming at us all the time. Whether it's electronic, in our computers, our phones, the television, the Wi-Fi, the towers, we have that. And then we have all these people energies, these human energies that are coming at us, and that's affecting us. So how can we even think straight? We can't. Plus, we all have these very incredible schedules of go, 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 go. We just are putting ourselves in slots throughout the day. And when we don't have peace within ourselves, we are not happy. When we don't have peace within ourselves, we lose our balance. And we are poor decision makers. We begin to go into conformity and following what everyone else, because we can't even have time to think. And when we don't have time to think, we are never going to access our dreams, and we are never going to reach our destiny. So when we dream, it's super important. Now, when I say denial, you are denying what's going on within you. So, for example, we are refusing something. When we have a nightmare and we don't address whatever that nightmare is, we are denying our truths. Now, a nightmare is a release of a strong emotion, a response. It's unpleasant. So it evokes fear, anxiety, and sadness. And you're mentally blocking. When you have a nightmare, it's actually a good thing, because it's supposed to be an alert. It's a warning. And a nightmare might seem scary. Here's some examples of nightmares: falling, being chased, naked, flying, losing teeth, failing a test. Those are generic nightmares. You might have a nightmare that's very specific to you. When you have a nightmare, you want it to be over. I'm telling you right now, a nightmare is an indication of something that you have to pay attention to. So don't run anymore. Embrace the nightmare. See exactly, it's information that you are supposed to attain to move forward in your destiny. Maybe it's something that's blocking you. A nightmare might be something that you're refusing while you're awake to deal with. It might be a release dream. It might be, maybe there's someone in your life that keeps coming back in your dreams, and that's because when you're awake, you are in denial about what's going on. Maybe you don't have closure in the relationship. Maybe you're supposed to pay attention to what they're telling you. It might be something that you are so scared and have anxiety about that it makes you uncomfortable. Because what is fear? Fear is basically you freeze. You say no. So you're blocking yourself. And it's you, and fear is, your release is dangerous and will hurt you. Sharing with you, when you deny your nightmare to actually manifest them more, you're going to bring them out. It's not going to help you. So I'm suggesting to you that when you are told during a nightmare something, you're given the information, embrace it. Now, when you're awake, if you're in denial, the same thing is going to happen. It's going to breed more fear within you. So let's admit our truths. Let's go to our truth. Let's accept ourselves. I say, accept yourself. Accept yourself. In other words, if you're doing something that you admittingly know is not good for you, and then you begin to have nightmares related to it when you're sleeping, it's something you must deal with. The issue is not going to go away. You're going to be hurting yourself. It might cause you to have something traumatic happen, or an accident or something. Pay attention. Pay attention. So we don't want to block destiny. We want to grow. So when we leave denial, leave fear, we are actually headed in the right direction. And you are brave. So I'm going to say to you, be brave, be courageous, be strong. You can get through it. I'm here to share with you. So denial manifests nightmares. It's like a circle. It's a circle. If you're going to deny something, it's going to become evident in your nightmares. And then if you ignore something in your nightmares, it's going to become evident in your waking life. It's a circle. It's like you're being told. Your spirit knows everything. You have all the information within you. These are just suggestions, and I'm hoping that it is beneficial to you. And I'm trying to share with you positive information because I want good things for you. I'm here to support you. This is my mission. So fear will prevent your progress. So let's transition out of the 3D 9 to 5 system of mind control and brainwashing, right? You're brainwashed, you're programmed. You know, the television and news and media, it's all theater. It's all there to create it. It's like creating a reality that's wanted for you to believe. And what we want to do is we want to expand your mind, expand your awareness, crack open your heart, so that we can get to the authentic version of you, your truest self. And we're finding that together. And I'm really grateful that you're here with me. And I hope you like and subscribe. And I always say, light on the horizon, which is through a rectangle, I see the sun rising and I see the beautiful orange and yellows and reds in the sky and the water rippling in front of it. And it means good things are coming for you. A difficult situation will improve beyond your vision, but beyond what you can see. So when we're consistent and we're embracing, I know it's difficult, we're embracing our truest self, we will transition and transform into a multidimensional being of light. We're activating the original blueprint in your cells. We're activating within you. You don't even know who you are. I speak of how we have so many gifts that we aren't even aware of. You know, all this telepathy and clairvoyance and way more intuitive. And that's because I'm trying to actually wake you up. I'm trying to help you to remember who you are. You're this beautiful being of light and love, and there's joy that's there. So let's trust our own spirit. Let's trust God. We are in a spiritual war. Let's have belief and trust that is improving. Now, on a spiritual know that this is over already, but it takes fast physics. So what you're seeing on this planet right now is a lot of discontent, and there is a lot of discussions. Now, when you're distracted by all these discussions, are you embodying and positivity and compassion for others when you're in all of these conflicts? That's out here. We can't control this. If we have collectively have unity, where I'm sharing with you, no matter what, I accept you unconditionally. I'm sending you love and light. When we have unity and not division, discussion, distractions create division. Media creates division. The news creates division. It brings fear within ourselves. And as we just said, what will fear do? Fear will actually cause us to have negative emotions and pain. And eventually, if we have too much fear going on up here and in our hearts, because we're scared, and we're scared of danger, we're scared that we're going to be injured. If we have fear, it eventually takes a toll on our body, because thoughts are very powerful. So if you're lining up all these negative thoughts one after another, what's going to happen? Eventually your body's going to get tired and run down, and you're not going to feel well. It's going to create negativity within your body, darkness within your body. That's why I say to you, go to a body of water. If you're upset, shout it out, cry it out, whatever it takes to let it go. Spend 5 to 15 minutes minimum a day in nature. Now, if you feel unbalanced, and in other words, you feel like you're way up here, you're all up in your thoughts all the time, and you can't calm yourself, there must be peace, you must have balance. So if we grab ourselves, we grab our knees, we speak of being here in this moment, like I say, here, right here in front of me, I'm in this space. So in present, be in the present around yourself. If that's not working, go to a tree, stand by a healthy tree, stand on the roots, bare feet on the tree, because trees have a very strong energy field. They're grounded in the earth. It's very powerful and healing for you. We are all healing. Let's heal ourselves. We have balance, and we know what we can't control anything out here. We can only control what's in here. When we have balance, and when we begin to trust ourselves, our own thoughts and our own beliefs, how wonderful we are, and acknowledge ourselves without anything. Like I say, when you close your eyes and you take away all the stuff, you take away your appearance, what is your spirit made of? What are you made of? Is your spirit adapting? Are you sabotaging yourself? Are you self-critical? Why are you self-critical? Why are you hurting yourself? Why? Let's enjoy this moment. Let's be gratitude and be thankful for every moment we're here on this beautiful earth, Gaia, this heaven on earth. We're so lucky to be here. So having trust in God during this spiritual war that we're engaged in, it's a battle. It's evil forces. There's spirits or demons that are trying to injure us. I speak of psychic attacks when you're sleeping, or while you're awake, someone is trying to injure you, hurt you. And they could hurt you through their thoughts, through their words, through their actions. So let's be aware of our behavior. Let's try not to do any naughty things. Let's try to figure out why we have hate. Why do we have hate and meanness? Because we have injury to our heart chakra. We are hurt. We are in pain. Someone has hurt us. And it could have been chronically. It could have been a lot of criticism and you have low self-worth. I'm telling you, you're worthy. I'm sharing with you that you're a beautiful being of light. And let's know that we are capable of anything. Anything is possible. We can do whatever we want. It's an adventure. This life here is an adventure. Now let's realize all of our gifts. Now, if you've compressed your whole personality, and since you were a little child, a little baby, where you were just moving, and you never had stillness and never had peace, I'm sharing with you to close your eyes, go into a quiet space, turn off all electronics, bring a little pad of paper, like I say. Now release all stress within your being. All thoughts that have been in your mind that you don't need anymore, they're not helping you. So let's just for a moment leave everything away from us, send it away, and just have quiet. And then when you have quiet, I suggest that you hear beyond the walls of the room as far as you can. So you begin to tune into your abilities, your emotions, your feelings. Now, feelings are going to give you an understanding of yourself, is going to give you more personal power. The more aware that you are of who you are, then the more abilities that you have to actually reach your destiny, find your purpose and your mission. Awareness to everything around you is actually going to give you more keen abilities and more sense, more knowledge, more awareness. So let's open up and expand our minds to a higher consciousness, and we start by loving ourselves, having our boundaries, balancing, grounding ourselves, and let's have harmony within our being. So trusting in God. It's kind of the opposite of what I said, denial, isn't it? I spoke of denial, denying your truths. So let's have trust. It's trust is relying on someone's character, belief in them. Let's have trust in God. Let's believe the higher power is aware of what's going on here. So we begin to have trust and belief in God, and we can do that because the alternative is you don't believe in anything. The alternative is nothing. Power, I believe that God is here to protect us. Now, and angels are beings of light. And I shared with you that I believe I'm a light portal because I'm here. I'm an access from the heavens to earth. I'm an opening, and I'm sharing with you angels. And angels are beings of light. They come from the heavens to earth. They're here to protect humanity. They're here as messengers of God. And God is aware of what's going on this earth. This spiritual war between good and evil, between evil forces, demons, demonic forces, possession of organic human beings. Maybe they placed thoughts in their minds. It's very intentional. And why? Because satanic forces want to own the earth, want to own the beings on the earth, enslave them, keep them enslaved. The matrix is enslavement. So let's have trust in God, because the battle will be cast away. And I'm sharing this because I already see the outcome. I already know the outcome. It's just a matter of time. Within 3 months, I'm guessing, I believe that a lot of the evil and darkness will be completely gone. Because the more that light's coming on the earth, the sun is bringing light onto the earth, solar flares, the solar flash that's coming. I believe we've been getting little moments of the solar flash so that we can interpret this in time rather than all at once. It takes a lot to be awakened. You might gain a spiritual awakening spontaneously. You might gain it from accessing light, from asking for celestial beings to come into your world, prayer. So this battle of good and evil, this higher power God, protector of us, is aware, and the day of reckoning is coming, Judgment Day. So all the past mistakes must be paid for. So those that have been evil will be sent away. They have to pay a debt. Acts will be judged. Angelic celestial beings are here to protect us and guide us. Ask for an angel. Ask for angels. I believe that they're. Hi, whoever's joining. Hey, hi. Hey, Tommy, how are you? Say hi to Roger today. It's a better day out, isn't it? Hello. So that means you've been on for a few minutes. I'm speaking of trusting in God and angelic beings. I'm always accessing angels. And angels. So it's said that angels help one human being at a time. And it's funny because many angels were angels were working with many beings at once, but I read that it's one human being at a time. That's allegedly. I don't know what the truth is behind that. So the day of reckoning, this judgment day, past mistakes paid for. So angelic celestial beings are here to guide us and protect us. So the final judgment before God is coming. So we're getting closer to that. And as you see what's going on the earth right now, what's going on the earth is this battle of good and evil. It's very extreme right now. And you could say, actually, with the timelines, the 3D timeline and the 5D timeline, okay, we know through the looking glass technology, evil knew ahead of time about the 5D and the 3D timelines. There was the good timeline and the bad timeline. We are on the good timeline right now. We are headed to the 5D. It's only a matter of time. And if you are timeline jumping, how do you timeline jump? How do you jump from 3D to 5D? Well, you're going to probably go to the in-between, which is 4D. And during the 4D, you need your Ascension Symptoms, which are years. And I this November. So the ring of the ears was primarily in my right ear. Now it's in my left ear. And again, it's actually very, very intense at times where it's very loud ringing in my ear because I'm activating myself and I am becoming more of who I'm supposed to be, the powerful, superhuman being. And we all are going to become this. All organic beings will ascend. It's just going to be groups of us are going through it at different times. I've been ascending since, well, when I was awakened, which was back in 2014. It took me moving from 2014 till just 2021, where it's been excelling since 2021, November 2021, November 24th, actually. And receiving, now this is all personal. I'm giving you a generic view of it, plus my personal. So generically, you have ringing of the ears during Ascension Symptoms. You might get headaches. You might have pressure on top of your head because your crown chakra. You might begin to get visions through your third eye. Your sleep patterns will change. You might be woken up between certain hours and you're wide awake. Light codes will come in. And so you might see sacred geometry. You might have viewing. You might see entities giving you information. I know this all sounds so bizarre, but it's possible. Anything is possible. Your legs and arms might feel like a little vibration. You might have stomach issues. Change your diet. For me, I've changed my diet. I don't eat certain foods anymore. I'm just not hungry for them. You might have less of an appetite or more of an appetite. And you just might all around feel sluggish. Need more sleep, more water. You might crave certain foods. You might have hot flashes and chills. And these are all ascension symptoms. dark night of the soul will come through, which means you have to deal with all your issues. And your issues might be some trauma that you had from as being a child, or any time in your life, and it was so heavy for you, and it brought so much pain to your heart that you couldn't deal with it. And you have to, during dark soul, you have to deal with it. And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't. Issue comes up and it won't leave. It's not like it won't leave. It's like center in your view, center in your mind. And so you have to go to it. And I'm suggesting this is how I dealt with it every single time. And I would say it was 8 to 15 issues that rose up. And they might be really seeming small, but it's going to be every single issue that took away your perfection as a being of light. Every single issue will crop up. Very minor to very major. I'm suggesting to you, you hug it, you embrace it, you go to it, and you accept it, whatever it is. And it might seem so painful to go through. It's emotional pain. You'll get through it. You come out the other side, and all of a sudden you blossom all these memories. And it's like you're a beautiful garden that's growing. So the real you will come out, the most authentic version of you. And this is the 4D. And as soon as you've primarily gone through most of these issues and these symptoms, you will rise to 5D, and you will just live in love. You'll accept everything. You'll come from a neutral perspective. In other words, if someone comes at you and you just feel like, oh, like it shakes you up, rather than go back for attack, rather than go back and be defensive, you will listen to them. You will come from a neutral standpoint. I have a friend of mine, Dr. Mel, she before I went through these ascension symptoms, about coming from a neutral perspective, about listening and not taking everything personally. So when we come from a neutral perspective, we can show compassion and kindness. Let's have more patience, passion. Let's be grateful for today and how we are here. So old earth, God is here. God is coming, judgment day before God. And the old earth will leave and the new earth will be created. Now, as you can see, all of these changes and transitions that are going on the earth right now are actually helping the matrix walls to crumble, because the matrix walls are built on systems that are lies, are not true. And so as we awaken, the walls are crumbling, and we are realizing that there's another reality out there. There's another possibility, and we don't have to be enslaved. So the new earth, Gaia, which is what we're headed to, heaven on earth, will be free energy, freedom, free will, love, compassion, and more fulfilling your purposes and your passions. I can't identify exactly how it's going to turn out. I do believe all of us have ascended. Will be in shock how remarkable and extraordinary life can be, how beautiful life can be. All those moments that you had, that you went on vacation, had a wonderful time, life will be like that all the time, every minute. So the matrix is an illusion. The matrix is what we've been living in, these systems that are crumbling, and the walls are being taken down, And so we're seeing that it's been very positive for certain individuals and leaders, and they've taken advantage of those not in power. However, I have to tell you that we all have power. Don't be deceived by the matrix. It's an illusion. You have power. We collectively have power, and that's why we are divided. They like to divide us, so it takes away our power, and we conform. And we think, oh, things are great because we have this phone, or this technology, or this pair of pants, or these shoes, or this wonderful car. But things can be much better than that. And that's all controlled. So we've had distorted perception of reality. So this realm that we're living in, this has been an illusion. And so it's caused misinterpretation with us. We have been living in a simulated reality. It's mind control. So humanity has been trapped in the matrix. So we're breaking out. We're breaking out, and we're going to become beautiful human beings, human light beings that we were meant to be. So we're cracking open our hearts, and we're loving ourselves unconditionally, and we're embracing our fears, and we are not denying our truths. We're accepting our truths. We're accepting ourselves. I'm accepting you. The more you accept yourself and others, the more love you will find in your heart. It all goes hand in hand. So let's be a circle of light. I have light. I'm a constant. I'm sharing light with you. You'll be a constant, and then so on until the whole entire earth is covered with light. I'm a light portal here to share about the angels coming from the heavens to earth. And you can access this. I'm here every day at 11. I hope you like and subscribe to my videos. So let's trust in God. God is aware of everything that's going on in the spiritual battle that's almost over, because the matrix is crumbling, is heaven on earth. So the angelic celestial beings, just ask for them to come into your life and they will. So let's do a visualization, and let's find peace in our hearts right now. So I'd like you to do a visualization, which is guided to visualize yourself in a better mental state. This is valuable if you're feeling unsettled or distressed. So I'd like you to get into a sit or lay down comfortably. Let's have peace. Let's have stillness. Let's have quiet within our being so we can hear our own thoughts and know exactly what we're supposed to remember. Let's remember who we really are, our authentic being that we were born to be, incarnated on this new earth, Gaia. Okay, so relax your body. So breathe. Now I'd like you to take 3 inhales and exhales, and we'll do it together. Okay. Now I hope that you have a bit more peace in your being, your mind, and I'm suggesting that you let go of any thoughts that you have before this moment, and let's accept quiet. Let's exhale any tension that we have with release any stress in our arms, our necks, any pain that we have. Let's let it go. Any conflict that's going on within you, let it go for a moment. I'd like you to imagine the most glorious nature scene that you can believe and imagine it, visualize. And I'd like it maybe a beach. Imagine all the vibrant colors, a waterfall, making suggestions. You pick your own beautiful, glorious nature scene. A field of flowers, a forest, mountains. So this vibrant visual location brings you joy. And as you visualize this nature scene, I'd like you to use all your senses, your smell, imagine what it tastes like, what you're breathing in, what does the air smell like? What do you feel on your body in this nature scene? Is the sun beaming down on you? Are you feeling warmth? What is it like to touch? Are you touching the water, the grass, the beach? Whatever it is, I'd like you to engage with all your senses. And let's feel the freedom that you have in this nature scene and feel its beauty. Beauty of nature, beauty of New Earth Gaia. And so these colors and the smell and the touch is pure. So the sun is beaming down on you. So let's remain in this moment. And in this moment, you're letting go of any pain or sadness or anger or fear or stress. You're letting go of any stress that you have. And you're feeling the energy touch your body. So let's look forward to the future. And so you begin to feel better emotionally and physically, and you're breathing out stress if you need to speak it out. And you're expecting and you're knowing joy and new beginnings are coming into your space, into your future, into the moment, this very moment. New beginnings, you're accessing them. You can feel all of the vibrancy within your being. So let's stay in this moment, and then I'm going to count backwards to 3. So you let out a breath, breathe in fresh air. Let's count 3. 1, 3, 2, 1. So I hope that was helpful. I'd like you to practice this at least once a day, it can be 1 second, just so that you have more of a grasp of all your senses and quiet at the same time. So when you're experiencing a difficult situation, what I'm asking for you is to imagine this nature scene, and it will change your energy and the energy around you. Because when we're stressed, it's hard for us to find joy. So if we come up with the thought of the nature scene, whatever that was for you, you can bring joy into your heart and you can change your emotional being. Feeling angry or sad or fearful. You imagine the nature scene. Like, for example, let's say I imagine the beach scene. Right away, when I visualize in my mind a beach, I know that that's more peaceful to me. That's more joyful to me. I love being by the water. It resonates with me. If you're going through a tough time, imagine the nature scene and do it for as long as you need to. So for a while in my life, I did go through times that were very uncomfortable to me. They were chronically uncomfortable. So I would visualize nature scenes. So not only is it actually changing your chemical makeup, it's changing your mind, heart, spirit. By doing this, you're actually manifest better times ahead. And your system will not accept negative energy. Like I said, your boundaries, your personal boundaries, the invisible line 12 inches from your being. No one's allowed to come in physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually unless you give permission, because we're sacred beings. It's the same with the nature scene. What happens is that you begin to realize that nothing negative is coming into your life. So what's left you must deal with your issues, and you will be awakened, and good things will happen for you. So before we go, I want to share with you a rose quartz gemstone. And again, I want to remind you, manifest nightmares, trust in God. The matrix is an illusion. I'm wishing you well, and you know what? You know, constant sometimes doesn't feel like I have appreciation for it. I'm appreciated. However, I know that us being here is helpful to one person. That's all that matters to me. So a rose quartz has healing properties, and it's actually conditional love. It's love, unconditional love. It represents, the rose quartz represents love, the heart chakra. It's feminine. It's an energy, it has an energy of compassion and peace and tenderness and healing. It speaks directly to the heart chakra, and it dissolves emotional wounds and fears. So it's very helpful to us today. So let's reawaken our heart through our entire aura, and let's provide a deep sense of personal fulfillment. So let's promote love and self-love and personal empowerment and calmness and reassurance that we're on our pathway. And let's dispel any negativity or darkness, and let's have good wishes for ourselves and others. Now, I've been sharing with you intuitive abilities and ways to access your senses. And so I'm hoping that everyone has been working on their light ball. So let's do it together, the light ball. So we're going to form a ball of light. We're going to put our hands together. And when we open our hands, we're going to feel some kind of energy. Now this takes focus and intention. So you should start to feel like a little, not prickling, but a vibration coming off your hands. There's energy. So you're going to create a ball of light with your hands. This is going to be very helpful in creating light. We create light within ourselves through visualizations. We can create light outside ourselves. Now yesterday I spoke of how when I have accessed the 5D realm, I bring from it a ball of light. And that ball of light, I can see more in my third eye, and more of an astral realm, another realm. And I can bring light here in this reality that we have. And I work on I do what's called light grids. So I do light grid working. And I bring light from the heavens and from the other realm to this realm. And I do that by spreading the ball of light in the space down here. So I clear negative and dark energies with light. And you can do this too. It just takes some practice. That's all it is. And as you ascend to a higher frequency and you're awakened, you will realize that this will just come naturally to you. Before anyone told me, I accessed white light. And I accessed light because it was something that was already within me. Okay, so let's work on ourselves. And I'm here for you, about good things for you. And I know that you have your own clairsense, which is very helpful in many situations. Okay, so I'm going to put my hands together and I'm going to close the ball of light. So I'm wishing good things for you, and I'm hoping that you have a wonderful day. Tomorrow's Friday. I am planning on doing a live. I have some kind of commitments that I have, but I will make it. It probably won't be at this location. I'll be doing a live somewhere else, but I will be live. I will make it happen. So I'm spinning light, and I'm hoping that you're putting a wish in the light, because you're in the circle of light that I'm creating right now. You're in this circle of light, and you're making a wish. Maybe it's something on your 5 humongous goals. Maybe it's something that happened today, but you're making a wish. And it might be simply that you want to feel better today. It might be that there's something that's been on your mind that you've really wanted. But make a wish, because thoughts are very, very powerful. And I'm wishing you well. And I hope that you no longer deny, but you trust and accept whatever's within you. Everyone be well. Have a wonderful day. Sending you hope and joy and love. Be well.